The royal family is facing new shocking claims from the biographer of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Omid Scobie, just hours after Prince Harry allegedly had a warm phone call with King Charles II to celebrate his 75th birthday. Prince Harry is said to have phoned his father yesterday on his special day to wish him a happy birthday. The first phone conversation the estranged royals have had in 6 months. Meghan Markle also called from California to pass along birthday wishes to her father-in-law. Their children Archie and Lilibet even recorded a cute video singing happy birthday to their grandfather, according to the Telegraph newspaper. The report says Charles and Harry will speak again next week after their call marked a positive shift in their relationship and a turning point between the pair. However, author Omid Scobie just shared an excerpt from his new book, Endgame, leaking explosive claims. He says Prince Harry was kept totally in the dark about Queen Elizabeth's failing health in the hours leading up to her death. Scobie, who previously published the flattering biography of Harry and Meghan titled Finding Freedom, claims the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had absolutely no idea the royal family was preparing for the Queen's passing last year. The author also suggests Prince William and Prince Harry's relationship is damaged beyond repair because William sees Harry as a defector from the family. Furthermore, Scobie declares there is no chance of reconciliation for the brothers, and that nothing has changed since Harry released his memoir Spare earlier this year. It is uncertain how this new book could impact any progress Charles and Harry have made in mending their relationship after months of tension, particularly following Harry's tell-all memoir Spare, published in January, and the couple's Netflix docuseries released the month before that. Buckingham Palace has refused to comment on the excerpt from Scobie's book. Here are some of the explosive claims made in Omid Scobie's new book Endgame. William ignored Harry when he asked how to get to Balmoral in Scotland after Elizabeth died. Harry had to book a $30,000 private jet from Luton to Aberdeenshire. Charles told Harry to come without Meghan, suggesting she wasn't wanted. Harry had no clue about Elizabeth's condition when his plane took off for Scotland. But newspapers claimed Charles had personally updated Harry on the Queen's health. William believes Harry's mind has been brainwashed by an army of therapists. There is no going back for the brothers, and absolutely nothing has changed since Harry's memoir. Previously, Harry and Meghan said they had zero contact from Buckingham Palace about an invitation to Charles' 75th birthday party. One newspaper claimed Harry declined an invitation to the celebration. But a source close to the Sussexes told the Mail that they were not invited at all to Charles' party. They had not received any invitation and were unaware of any celebrations until the stories came out, the insider said, adding, "I'm sure the Duke will find a way to reach out privately to wish His Majesty a happy birthday like he has always done." Buckingham Palace refused to discuss the King's birthday plans when asked. Now, the palace won't comment on reports that Charles and Harry spoke for the first time in months on the King's birthday and plan to speak again next week. Representatives for Prince Harry have also not commented. Meanwhile, Prince William and Kate Middleton were seen enjoying a late night out as they left Clarence House close to midnight after the glittering party for King Charles' 75th birthday. They were joined by Princess Beatrice, Princess Margaret's daughter Lady Sarah Chatto, and Princess Anne's daughter Zara Tindall and her husband Mike Tindall. It was a delightful autumn evening in London as members of the royal family gathered together to celebrate the 74th birthday of His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales. The opulent ballroom at Buckingham Palace was lavishly decorated with garlands of roses and lilies, and ornate candelabras emitting a soft golden glow. As the reverberating chimes of the grandfather clock marked the appointed hour, servants attired in crisp black uniforms and white gloves silently appeared, wheeling in a towering birthday cake resplendent with 74 flickering candles. Prince Charles beamed with delight as the guests serenaded him with a lively chorus of happy birthday. Among the esteemed guests in attendance was Lady Susan Hussey, an elegant 84-year-old veteran of royal service who had loyally served as lady-in-waiting to the late Queen Elizabeth II for over 60 years. Lady Susan was attired in a shimmering gown of cobalt blue satin that complemented her snowy white hair. Her eyes crinkled with warmth as she greeted Prince Charles with evident affection. The ebullient musician Jules Holland cut a colorful figure in a ruby waistcoat embroidered with golden dragons. His fingers tapped out lively rhythms on the tablecloth as the palace orchestra struck up a delightful waltz. "Play it again," Jules entreated the conductor merrily, as couples swirled across the parquet floor. Other family members attending the birthday celebrations included the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, whose marriage had endured for over 50 years. The Duchess was resplendent in a champagne-colored gown with a matching ostrich feather fascinator. The Duke's eyes followed her every move with a twinkle of devotion. Also present was David Armstrong Jones, the second Earl of Snowdon and son of the late Princess Margaret. David had inherited his mother's artistic flair, and his camera flashed as he captured every detail of the festivities for posterity. The opulent celebrations were a brief interlude of joy before a period of uncertainty for the royal family. The day after Prince Charles' birthday festivities, journalist Omid Scobie revealed exclusive extracts from his new book Endgame, which delved into the strained relationship between Princes William and Harry. Scobie recounted how in September 2022, when the palace announced that doctors had advised the 96-year-old Queen Elizabeth II to rest, the Sussexes were visiting Britain for a series of engagements. By the next morning, Harry and Meghan were unaware that the palace was already preparing contingency plans for the final days of the Queen's life and the transition to a new reign. Then Harry received an unexpected call from an unknown number, which he almost ignored until realizing it was his father Charles. Speaking briefly, Charles informed his son he and Camilla were en route to Balmoral Castle in Scotland, where Harry's aunt Princess Anne was already at the Queen's side. Charles instructed Harry to make his way to Scotland immediately. Harry texted his elder brother Prince William inquiring if he could travel with William and Kate to Scotland, but received no response, leaving him alone and upset. Harry ultimately secured a flight with his uncles Prince Andrew and Prince Edward. Scobie alleged that palace sources selectively briefed certain newspapers that Charles had thoughtfully informed Harry directly about the Queen's health crisis, even though this left Harry feeling crushed and unsupported. According to Scobie, Princes William and Harry, once as close as brothers could be, had drifted far apart. William reportedly no longer wished to know his sibling, considering Harry to have been brainwashed by a cadre of therapists. A royal insider described Harry as a defector from the family, whose perspective had shifted away from staunchly supporting the crown at all costs. Scobie's revealing book seems likely to further strain relations between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. However, on the occasion of Prince Charles' 74th birthday in November 2023, the Windsors tabled their troubles for an evening of song, dance, and decadent cake. For one night, harmony reigned within the jewel-toned walls of Buckingham Palace. But as the clocks chimed midnight, uncertainty loomed on the horizon once more for the world's most famous family. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.